Hey, this is Mr. Elmhorst with the math lesson. We're going to take a look at circle graphs, and we're going to focus on interpreting the circle graph information and how it's connected to percents, and percents being part of the data. So data that is organized into a circle graph, it's going to show that each part of the data set, and that represents the part of the whole or part of the total. And when we're looking at all of the data set, we're talking about 100% of the data. Each part of the data set can be compared to the total of the data set by using ratios and proportions. So first, we're going to determine within the percent circle graph if there's any missing percent from the survey. And what we can do is just add up the known percent and then subtract them from 100. Then we're going to use the percent in the proportion, and we're going to compare it to the given survey and what the graph is connected to as far as what data was collected. So let's take a look at the first one. We have drums, clarinets, and flutes. So what this percent is coming from the data being collected. So there's 80 students in the band, and how many of the students play the trumpet? Well, in order to find the percent for the trumpet, we're going to find what percent of the circle graph, what percent of the students are playing other things. So we have 45, 15, 15. So we're going to add those up. Well, these two are 30. So 45 plus 30 is going to be 75%. So this is the known percent, and we're going to subtract that from 100%, which would be all of the data set. So 100% minus 75 means the other remaining percent, which would be trumpets, is going to be 25% of the data. All right, now this is 25%, which is representative out of the 80 students. And so this is, let's put 80 students. So that's the total, and then each one of the percents represents part of that. So we go down here, and now we can use proportions, what we worked on earlier in the year. So it's asking about how many students play trumpet. So we have trumpet, and the trumpet is out of how many students you have in the band. So we can just say trumpet to students. And the given information, we have 25%. So we can start on the left with the given, and that's 25 students out of 100 if we had 100. And we need to find out how many trumpet students there are out of 80. We can set that up. One way to do this is cross multiplying 80 times 25 and then divide by 100. So it looks like it ran out a little space. I'm going to go up here and do 80 times 25. 5 times 0, 5 times 8 is going to give us 40. You're done multiplying the 5, then cross out the spot down below. Now we're going to multiply the 2. 2 times 0, and then 2 times 8, which is going to be 16. Now we add up our two multiples. We're done multiplying the two digits above. So we got 0, 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, so we cross multiplied and we got 2,000. Now we need to divide by 100. And dividing by 100 is going to remove two decimal place values. So how many students are playing trumpet? That is going to be 20 students out of the 80 are playing the trumpet. Use your notes once you get in to the computer to do the check for understanding. But as you're using your notes, make sure you glue it into your journal. Do not skip a page, go front to back, side to side. And thank you for joining me for this 7th grade math lesson.